Good morning, everyone. We are from CSIT Team 4. So, today in the group discussion, we have selected the topic entrepreneur versus employee. So, entrepreneur is a person who initiates a business. He needs to analyze all the knowledge and to start a business. And employee is the person who works by facing all challenges, and he needs to build skills to work under the organization. So we need to discuss in on this topic and give a conclusion. Let's start the discussion.
An entrepreneur is a person who creates jobs. He is the one who initiates the market to be. He creates the employment among the world so that many employees can work under his supervision.
Yes, I do agree with Ashwin. The entrepreneur is one which sometimes he also worked with employee in some company in which he gains the experience in that company and he gained the thoughts and he gained the experience to build a startup or a company and made a entrepreneurship in the respective field.
I agree with the Vardhan. An employee can be an entrepreneur and because an employee can get the experience about the work which have been done by him and he can manage the things with their own skills. An employee can do their work, but an entrepreneur can establish their own work.
Also agree. Entrepreneur means who starts a business. He has his own ideas. He has a freedom to choose what he wants.
Yes, I agree with you. Entrepreneur takes a risk and follows the employment to the employers, and employers comes under the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs.
I agree with all of your words. First of all, we discuss about who is entrepreneur and who is employee. Employee. An entrepreneur is to run the organization for economic financial responsibilities, and the employee is the works under the organization.
Yeah, I agree with your point. We also need to think on the employee side. Those who can't take the more financial risk or who need to take care of the family, they mostly choose employment in spite of entrepreneur. They also need to face some challenges by being an employee.
I partially agree with you. Those who are not financially capable, they can take the loans. They only need the simple idea to become an entrepreneur.
Yes, I agree with Ashwin that all of us cannot be an entrepreneur because our family burdens, our family responsibilities are made to make work in the employees. But as I said, Harshita, as we can take loans, but if there is no idea or if there is no partnership, we cannot build the entrepreneur. So, and we can got into in extreme problems if there is no idea, if there is no partner with respect to.
I agree with you, Vardhan, because I agree with you. If an employee doesn't have money, if he does not have any financial support, he can't be an entrepreneur. So that's why everyone can't be an entrepreneur.
I partially agree with you, but these days government provide lots of schemes to the people who wants to come under entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
Yes, as earlier said, both of you said that entrepreneurship is somewhat difficult than employment. And there are some difficult times, like we already faced the COVID time, and which is not so difficult for students, but for the employers, and it's just difficult. And there is no contact to one another. Then how can they sell or purchase, or then how can they work under such an employer? So they are jobless, and they are having such difficult time to even the minimum purchases. Like if he or she is an entrepreneur, and they can bear some risks regarding these while thinking for the future. The entrepreneurs every time bear some risks, and there is no job which it does not contain any risk. And the franchise who's making an enterprise, thinking for future needs and making decisions on the risk type of thing, and they can maintain some of the more profit regarding the employer. And an employer which contains only monthly income, while as the enterprise can gain the more lots of income than an employee. And it makes them financially good.
Yeah, there is a valid point raised for we should know that even an employee has some cons or disadvantages. In spite of these challenges, those who have faced during the COVID time, they came across it. So they also have some challenges or risks to face. So we need to also discuss about it.
And nowadays there are many incubation centers, and more money should not be compare only the capital should not capitalize a single person. There are many individuals who can raise a funding for the for an idea to develop into a future act.
I agree with you, but the entrepreneur has some more risks and more gain, but the employment can have low risks and more, low budget.
Besides the risk, there is also the financially increment in the employment and entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurs gain a lot
So if
profit.
an entrepreneur has a big idea in a partnership, an entrepreneur is the best. They do not depend on others like employment.
Yeah, entrepreneurs also have the freedom about their own business and they can also have the partnership.
Both have advantage and disadvantages. For, regarding entrepreneurs, there was no time limit, but in employees there was an age limit for doing the job, and they don't have to take much risk. The company has to bear all the consequences, while entrepreneurs have their own rules and regulations. We can see live examples in our surroundings where there was with the small ideas, many people grown to
Yes, I
uh,
agree with you, nowadays, some of the employees are making job and also finding the entrepreneurship like providing shops of tiffin shops or any some coaching centers. They're doing a job and they're also planning or doing an entrepreneur or they're making shops for entrepreneur. So
I want to add a point that employees are like slaves because employees are behaving like slaves. That's not the fault of them. The one who is creating employment is treating like that. That's why entrepreneurship is far better than employment.
I agree with your point. Employment is there, but entrepreneurship is risk takers. Employees are not risk takers.
there is reliability more better than an employee for the enterprise because they can bear their own risks to their capital and take own decisions. Then they rich, they can think beyond the employer because the employer works for the employer's sake and the enterprise works for his own sake. So he can take the reliable risks and make profits.
I agree with the Bharat. Employees can also take some risk because their job was not be taken by the entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur also takes the risk because the company or that the risk which was taken by him was not to his share.
yes, I agree with Deepika. The employer has a fear of rejecting or doing his job when he done a mistake in a private job or any private sector. So one must have experience in the particular field and they can start a new business or new entrepreneur in outside of the world. So employer must have a good 2 years or 3 years experience in an entrepreneur company. So all of us contain points and concluding that the entrepreneur and employer has their own capabilities or own interest to become an entrepreneur or to develop or and start a company. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good morning to one and all. We are from CSIT, representing as a team for the group discussion on the topic of Indian goods versus Chinese goods. We all know that many of the people in our country was using China product more than Indian products because Chinese products were so attractive and available at very low cost. So let's make a discussion on this.
Yes, even China, generally China has the best technology in the world. Chinese provides us with best features with very cheap prices. So there is no wrong in using Chinese products. But the one thing that is one disadvantage comes with this, if you use Chinese products more, Indian production will be like Indian production will decrease. So employment in India is will be decreasing. So we must observe that and we must carefully choose amendments.
So like once I came actually the main intention of the China is to supply all the country products within the small budget. So everyone like rich or poor can be able to buy the product. So the intention was also good, but they compromise at the quality product. So they make small cheap products like that. In order to that, the durability of the product was also decreased. So we have to keep proper.
Yes, I do agree with your point, Hashan. While comparing to the Chinese product, Indian products are more costlier than Chinese products. If we want to buy some toys or some playing items for children, we can buy Chinese product because they are we can use them and we can just throw it. But if we want it for long lasting, we should use mobile phones and refrigerators, coolers. We should use all these from the Indian brands.
Yeah, I would like to add a point. At first, in our country, the main is there are a lot of middle class families they are not affordable to the high prices which has been produced by our country. So they always think that it will be okay for the Chinese products because there will be attractive and the warranty for the products is very less.
Yes, Kamini, I agree with you. As we all know that India is mostly developing country. As a country, we can't depend on the other country. China is also a developed country. So because of Indian people, most of the people are purchasing their manufactured products because of that their economics increased rapidly. So
I agree with you, but China's goods were made in cheaper and less quality, and there is no long available. Indian goods are very durable and it was very has a quality, and by buying Indian goods, we develop our economically.
I don't think Indian goods are unique products. If we see mobile area, all flagship phones are manufactured in the Chinese. So I don't think all Chinese products are here. But India should more focus on the products which are high quality and given with the less cost.
Yeah, I would like to add a point now because the products is available at a very low cost, but the manufacturing of the product, the material that has been used by the Chinese industries is very low cost and it will be harmful for the environment also. So everyone also be aware of that and make their decision on buying their product.
I'm also agree with you. But the quality of product is different. So then we can't use it on and we also know that Indian government recently banned some apps like TikTok. We have that from
So that as compared to the quantity, we already used the local memories which have the high durability the having capacity to work on the load. Compared to present mobiles, they have less quality, which was broken easily compared to old Nokia phones. I think Chinese products are okay, but compared to India, the quality and the price of the Indian is very better than the Chinese.
Yes, both of them have their both perspectives, but according to the price, it is more better to purchase Chinese product, and according to the durability and all, we should prefer Indian products.
Yeah, and this more only uses Chinese products because we must not rely on Chinese products. That is the point. So Chinese comes with a cheaper price, but with weaker quality, and Indian comes with the moderate price and higher quality. So if we quality is compulsory, then we can go to Chinese Indian products. Otherwise, we can go to Chinese products.
Yeah, I would like to add a point now. I would like to add a point because the main problem in our country is the more industries in China. But when compared to the Chinese, we have very less number of industries which has been increasing the products of the China government, and it will impact the economic growth of our country, and also it will useful for the China to be more powerful economically more powerful, and I think the government has to concentrate more on this thing, and has to develop the more industries, and to be and the products must be available at a very reasonable price for all the people in the country, because not everyone was be afford for the prices which has been put by industries.
The more we import, the currency value will decrease. As Indian, we should adapt our Indian products because when we are use of Indian products, automatically employment also is so we need
Yeah, importing exporting is very necessary for any country, because for maintaining healthy relationships among them, and it will helpful because every country is not only take the products. Everyone must have to import and export the products. So it's better to reduce the purchasing of products of the Chinese, and we have to encourage the products. So thank you. We are concluded.